Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Last week, we worked on 2-digit by 1-digit, 3-digit by 1-digit, and 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. This week, we're going to work on 3-digit by 2-digit. It's not any more difficult. For example, in this problem, if you know your multiplication, your factors, or your multiples of 1 and 3, it's really all you have to know. For this one, you have to know your multiples of 5. I mean, neither one of these are really that difficult. But before we get started, we're going to talk about this first one, 264 times 31. And we're going to do a little bit of estimating.
Wait, what?
Estimating.
I like that.
So we're gonna kind of bracket our estimation on both sides of what the actual answer would be. So if I took this 264 and I made it into a 300 times 30, or a 200 times 30, that's probably going to give me what my answer would be between. My answer would be between. Now, if I'm multiplying 30 times 300, that means I'm going to be in the hundred thousands or in the 10,000s. So I would move these 3 zeros down, or in the thousands, not 10,000, in the thousands. And so the high end is 9,000. The low end here is going to be 6,000. So my answer should be between those, because I estimated quite a bit higher here and quite a bit lower here. So my answer should be somewhere between those. If your answer is not between those, we may want to re-look at it. Now, I don't know the real answer, so maybe it's not between those. I'm just saying I think it probably is just by the estimation. All right. Now, some people in here are like,
I don't multiply well. I know, yeah.
you don't, Jaden? All right, good. What's 1 times 4? Good.
I know that.
What's 1 times 6?
1 times 6 is 6.
6, good. What's 1 times 2?
1 times 2 is 2.
2. So you do multiply well. Thank you. Thank you. So you just multiplied 264 times 1. Now we have to multiply 264 times 30. Why times 30? Because this 3 is in the tens place. Because the 3 is in the tens place. That's why this 0 is put here. Because the 3 is in the tens place. So our first number has to be in the tens place. That is why the 0, not just bring down the 0 and then go to the next, and not all that fluffy pie stuff. Mr. McBurnett doesn't do fluffy pie stuff. There's no puppies and unicorns in here. We got to know why. And why is because we're now starting in the tens place.
Unless you have on your water bottle.
Now 3, Jaden, 3 times 4 is?
3 times 4.
Yeah.
That's 12.
12, good. So I have 12 tens, or I'm going to have 100 and 2 tens. So 3 times 6 is?
3 times 6 is 18.
18 plus one more?
19.
19. So I have 900s and 1,000. 3 times 2?
3 times 2 is 6.
Plus one more?
7.
Good. Good. So you do multiply well.
Not all the time.
Yeah. And if you didn't know those multiples, you have a multiplication chart you could look at. So now we're going to go through and we got to find the sum of these two products. Remember, products are the answer to multiplication problem. So 264 is the product of 264 times 1. 7,920 is the product of 264 times 30. We find the sum of those two products, which is 4, 8, 11. Now, did I do all my math right?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm good? Math's done right?
Yeah, you got it right.
All right. I mean, I don't know. I just make these up
Yep, you're good.
and write them on the board and then do them. So I depend on y'all to make sure I'm doing it right. if I wanted to estimate this one, let's make this 700, and let's make this 60. And so I've got my 3 zeros here. Then I do 7 times 6, which is 42. So my answer should be in the ballpark of 42,000, somewhere around 42,000. If you got 118,000, that's probably not correct. Now first we have to multiply 729 times 5. So Jackson, 5 times 9?
5 times 9 is 45.
45. So 45 ones is the same as 4 tens, 5 ones. 5 times 2 is what, Jackson?
10.
Plus 2, plus 4 more?
14.
14. 14 tens is the same as 4 tens and 1,000. 7 times 5, Jackson?
35.
35 plus 1 more?
36.
36. So this is here, 729 times 5. What do you think 729 times 50 is going to be? Joe? I mean, if I'm doing the tens place, so I put my 0 there, and then I'm multiplying my 5 all the way through, aren't the other numbers going to be the same? Yeah. So I'm going to get a 5 here. I'm going to get a 4. I'm going to get a 6. And I'm going to get a 3. I mean, I just move it over 1 because now I'm multiplying by 50 and not 5. So I just slide it over. Slide it over. Just slide it over if I'm doing my math correctly. Now I got to find the sum of these two products. And this here is 729 times 50. Man, I did that in my head, AJ. In my head, I did 729 times 50. Because I used my context clues, and I knew 729 times 5, so then I just had to add. Instead, I make it into the tens place. Am I doing this right, Maddie?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we go 5, then we go 9, then we go 10, so another 10. 40,095, did I get that right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
What's the 4 over 2?
Because 9 times 5 is 45, so 5 ones and 4 tens. Again, all I needed to know to do these problems were 1 digit times 1 digit. If you don't know the 1 digit times 1 digit, you have a multiplication chart.
I don't have my journal.
Doesn't matter. You have one in your electronic journal that is on the stream of the Classroom of Google, which is really the first thing you're going to have to do today is open it up and look at whatever slide it tells you to do in the directions.
And nobody's taking.
Boom! Shakalaka, peace out. God bless. Love you. Do something kind today. Save the
baby.
And please subscribe. I really need some money.
Yeah.